Hello all, and welcome to the first beer review of tonight. I'm going to be reviewing two beers tonight. Why? Because I recently received a whole bunch of singles from the Sam Adams Winter Pack from my dad, so I have quite a few things to review over the coming month or so. I haven't dubbed this review. I'm going to dub it the furlough review because I heard I'm just going to get furloughed in January, which means I need to find a second job. But, you know, such is the vicissitudes of life. So, what are we reviewing today? I believe I've actually reviewed this beer in the past when it was brewed by Mauna Brewing Company, Mauna Hawaii Nui, being the brewing company located on the east side of the Big Island. And they changed management, they changed ownership, they changed brewmasters, and they changed their name to kind of show that. And so the name is now Hilo Brewing Company, which makes sense as they're in Hilo. And this is one of their flagships, Mauna Kea Pale Ale. I believe they probably tweaked the recipe a little bit back when it was owned by Mauna in Hawaii Nui. This was 5.2 ABV. It's now 5.4 ABV. So, what does it say on the label? Brewed with pure Hawaiian water. Not much else. Okay, so since, I've actually reviewed quite a few beers from this company before, and they're actually very well distributed, but they don't get much attention. I do believe that they are popular in their hometown of Hilo because Big Island has 3 breweries, and each one is kind of really geographical. They have this one on the east side with Hilo, Kona Brewing being in Kona on the west side, and finally a Big Island Brew House up north in Waimea. Maybe I'm wondering why is there no brewery for the south side of the Big Island? Well, not many people live on the south side of the Big Island, being that it's mostly lava fields and, to be honest, meth shacks. No, I'm joking. There's actually a lot of old plantation villages that are kind of hollowed out because all the people moved away. There's still people down there, but not enough to support a brewery. So that's why there is no south side Big Island Brewery. But Hilo Brewing is the one for the east side. I'm guessing it's popular with those who reside on the east side of the Big Island, which is the most populous part of the Big Island. Okay, so let's get to this. So why did they change the name? Why did they change management? Why did they change ownership? Why did they change brewmaster? Well, if you go back to my old reviews, notice one thing that happened when I opened them was every time all the bottles and cans were gushers. And they tasted like gushers too. So, somewhat cloudy, orange, dark orange, muddy orange, with a thick beige to off-white head. It is redolent of bready to biscuity malts, and somewhat floral and earthy hops. A bit cloudy, doesn't look very well filtered. I wonder if they do the yeast in the bottle, or can as it were. Up front, somewhat zesty bitter hops. followed by somewhat sweet, bready malts. Hints of yeastiness around the center. Just a bit, not like overwhelming. And the hops sort of reassert itself to a bitter finish. The mids sort of have a sweet maltiness. All in all, perfectly drinkable. And an improvement from, last time I've had these beers. But at the same time, it still feels more like a home brewer's effort rather than an actual professional craft brewer's effort. Presentation being somewhat dark for the style, very cloudy, probably too cloudy for the style. Any sort of professional brewers, you kind of expect them to go and clear the haze a little bit from a pale ale. The slight yeastiness in the front to mids, while not unpleasant, it kind of comes across as a fairly successful homebrewed pale ale. Nothing wrong with that. But this is a full production brewery. I'd expect a little bit more tightness with the standards. All in all, pleasant. No major flaws in regards to drinkability. It's just there are multiple breweries in the state that run a very tight game. You know, you really got to bring it. You really got to rely more than just like the sort of geographic hometown brewery advantage kind of thing going on here. That said, I'm probably going to go and review a lot more of their line that's available in stores because it's very easily available and I'm kind of running out of local beers to review. And so you'll probably see a bit more of these being reviewed. And yeah, hopefully some of the others, are much more improved. I have high hopes for the Hop Brown Ale and the Southern Cross Belgian Ale, being that those were the two strong ones previously put out by this sort of brewery, this particular brewery. And yeah, that's the first beer review for tonight. I'm going to go and finish this, and then we'll see you around for the next review. Cheers.